BYU is rolling right now, and they head on the road to take on Arizona State, a team with a lot of talent that has not had a lot of wins in Big 12 play. They're only 4-12 in the conference. Coming off a really nice win on the road for them, though, at Kansas State, a team that you wanted everyone to believe was playing better than everyone in the country a
Okay.
couple
You know
weeks ago.
what? I don't like how you project things saying me, 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 me. You know what? Sometimes I just got the cojones to say it out loud and you're thinking it.
I was thinking that Kansas State was the best team in the country a couple weeks
No,
ago.
I mean, maybe not thinking it, but you know what I'm saying? You're acting like I'm leading the charge, driving the boat by myself. Your good buddy Torvik said the same thing.
I wouldn't say Torvik's my good buddy. He makes a great tool. I've never met the guy. I would say this.
Oh,
I've been skeptical of the Big 12's quote unquote contenders for quite a while now. They made Kansas State look good for a couple weeks. I think a couple things are true here. I think BYU is playing like the second best team in the Big 12 right now. Texas Tech and Iowa State are constantly hurt. Kansas hates each other. Baylor's terrible. And yeah, I think Arizona probably has an argument, but BYU just beat Arizona on the road at their place. I like BYU as the second best team in this league behind Houston right now. That's a testament to what Kevin Young has done. Arizona State is still one of the worst teams in the Big 12, if not the worst team in the Big 12. Colorado's probably worse, but Arizona State is close. Despite the talent that they have, I don't know what they're going to do to hang in this game. These two teams met once earlier this season, back at the end of December. Let's not forget, BYU beat them by 20. That was in Provo at the Marriott Center. Richie Saunders was spectacular in that game. Yegor Devin had a stinker in that game. So is this one going to play out exactly how the first one did? BYU comfortably or not?
I think so. Just because I think that right now, I kind of categorize Arizona State as a dead basketball program. Like the guy that said that they are going to turn things around, we're going to play hard, we're going to make things happen. A week later is off the team, and BJ Freeman. Like this, it just and Hurley's it got rumors about him being done, and they're losing basketball games, and sometimes watching this Arizona State team play is actually painful to watch them play basketball, to be honest with you. They got a lot of big money guys on the team. I just think that, it's a checked out basketball program right now. While on the other flip side, you got BYU, who I think is playing their best basketball of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. It's although I don't know how you can say Arizona State's checked out when they just went on the road and beat Kansas State.
What did you just say about Kansas State?
Well, they stink, but like you still gotta want to go on the road and beat anybody. You know, you don't just
Yeah,
like stumble into
I,
road wins.
I think you can stumble on the road ones.
I don't know that I agree with that. Jaden Quaintance would be the big question for me. In the first game, BYU held him to 8 points on 7 shot attempts with 6 rebounds. Quaintance has really struggled in the last month, but he had a nice game against Kansas State, 18-7. What do you think is going to happen with Quaintance against the BYU front court?
Yeah, he was struggling, but then he saw his transfer portal number going down, and he needed to pour in a really good performance to make sure that stays up where it needs to stay. I think the physicality that Traore and Keita can provide in this game can be enough to make things uncomfortable for Quaintance. And the points to me right now is because he's a really good player. I think when he does come out in the draft in 2026, he doesn't even play one more year. He'll be a top 10 pick given his tools and what he could be. But I do think right now there's moments where he tries to do just a bit too much, even for as talented as he is. And I think I trust BYU's front court to make things difficult on him.
Okay. I think I agree. It's hard for me to see much of a path for Arizona State in this game. Like again, they have talent. Quaintance is a really talented kid. I still believe in Adam Miller. Alston Mason can get going. I like Amir Ali and Jason Sanoan a lot off the bench as freshmen, but um, I think any Arizona State team I was really going to believe in long term this season was going to kind of need to turn more heavily into those freshmen as the season goes on and have them develop and be ready. And I feel like that's happened in terms of minutes a little bit, but it hasn't led to wins. They're still not starting, and it doesn't feel like it's fully there with Bobby Hurley this year. The thing that excites me, I feel like when BYU beat Arizona State by 20 the first time, they were still not sure who they are yet. You go back to that game, Cart Cannon catching started and played 23 minutes. Dallin Hall played 25 minutes. Like they hadn't really settled into the team they've become. Mawat Mag only played 9 minutes off the bench, so I'm kind of expecting this new and improved, better, optimized version of BYU to be excited for a chance at a team that they know they're significantly better than, and maybe send a message on the road here.
Yeah, it's new BYU. It's new you. It's not hypotheticals anymore. It's the new BYU. I think this team has turned a corner. And for the what I want to call it, the reserve that we had, because still this team is a team that goes to Dallin Hall down the stretch. Um, I think there's other things that have shown just massive improvements with the Coach Young pulling the right strings for this team, and I think it has been a new BYU. And look, you want to be playing your best basketball going into March. I think BYU is trending in that direction. So if they are, then they handle business even on the road at Arizona State.
BYU's won 4 of their last 5 on the road, wins at Colorado, UCF, West Virginia, and Arizona. So I'm not all that worried about them going on the road and being road warriors here. Um, can we call them BY new?
I think we can, even though seems to be a real negative connotation going around the fraternity space right now in the world.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. We should probably avoid that carefully. Okay. All right. Well, predictions. Ken Palm has BYU as a 2-point favorite on the road.
2 point favorite, huh?
Shocking number there for me.
Yeah, shocking to the fact that they want me to fall for something. And if anyone knows me, I'll fall for goddamn near anything. Give me BYU by double digits.
I like BYU by more than they won the first game by. I like BYU by 21 or more points here. This will be one of my strongest bets of the night. I'm excited for this game.